Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. It's 4 o'clock. About to go into the other room and start watching the football. We've just been pottering about all day. Chelle made some chicken strips for lunch. Very nice. Chicken strips a la one hand. And yeah, that's kind of all we've been doing. Now the sun's starting to come round on the back, and when the sun comes round on the back of the ice, it gets quite warm in here, and we haven't set up a fan yet to cool me down so that we can stay in here, because I operate on a different temperature to Chelle, don't I? Chelle works at thermonuclear, must be hot, and I work on, I don't mind if it snows. Yeah. Anyway, just got a couple of chores to do, get washing on, and I'm going to watch the football. Chelsea Arsenal. No, Chelsea Liverpool. Was even close. Moving on. Okay guys, it's come to that time of the holiday again where I watch a Marvel movie. I'm up to Black Panther tonight. Now, it's a movie I've not watched yet, so looking forward to this. I've not actually ever seen it, so I hadn't seen much of Doctor Strange, neither, because I watched it twice and fell asleep through it twice. So I managed to watch it all last night, so tonight, let's see if I can get through Black Panther without falling asleep. Cat's pestering me. Moving on. Good Monday morning, everybody. We're off out. We're going to the shop so that you can pick your book up. The brand new debut novel of Richard Osman. Right, okay, and we're not moving on from that. We're going to go to boots for
a dermal base, hot water bottle, and probably some paracetamol.
Yeah, the hot water bottles for the injury. Yeah,
doctor said to apply heat, so I either need a hot water bottle or a heat pad. So.
And also off to Superdrug to get some hair dye. Not for me.
I don't know. You look cute. I think you look cool with a blue mohawk.
Blue hair.
Certainly shock a few people, wouldn't you?
Yourself included. Yeah. So we're off into town. Not been into town for months. Just getting in the car there. I was trying to rack my brains, trying to remember the last time I went into town, and I can't remember.
I think for me it must be about February. The last time I would have been in January or February.
I don't even remember going in last Christmas. I don't think we did we?
No, I think we did.
It's been a long time anyway. It really has been a long time since I've been into town, so let's enjoy the journey. We're going to get some butties from Pret or something, have a brunch, and then off to get your hair cut.
Yep.
So we're going to sneak her hair cut in while we can. Oh, roadworks coming up in traffic lights, and I know that we're red, so I'll concentrate. Moving on. I whinged that, they weren't even turned on. They've just put loads of signs for roadworks and then not done any roadworks. This is about right. I don't know where the other end of the roadworks are. At least like they're actually setting up, because that's a thingy vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's not, it's just, yeah, it is. So at least like they're just setting up the roadworks, so that will get us on the way back. Traffic. Anyway, onward. And that's us on the car park. Are you ready?
Get your mask.
My mask. Bandit. let's get in there. Okay guys, here we are at Pret a Manger. We just had to book in at Pret a Manger, so we thought if we're booking in we might as well sit down and drink our coffee, even though they give it to us to take away when we asked them to give it us to stay. So there again.
It's so that they don't have to wash the cups or cutlery or anything like that. They're single use, so you can just throw them away. It's bringing the risk of infection down.
You see, now that's common sense. Now, why didn't I think of that?
Because I didn't put my Asperger's mix box this morning.
You paid attention, didn't you?
No, I just logicked it out.
Yeah. Also, you scan a QR code and then you fill a form in, and then they ask you, do you want us to send you loads of advertising?
And you say no.
And you say no. Definitely say no. So, when you got in the car then and banged your knee on there, did you really want to do that?
No, I really didn't. That was painful.
Has it took your mind off your broken elbow?
Yes.
So, there you go, it served a purpose.
It's my right knee.
It's alright, you can just retire the right side of your body.
I know I'm going to have to.
Then, yeah, 2 Teslas over there charging. I was wondering what they were.
You're mighty impressed, aren't you?
I am, actually. One's got all privacy glass and everything, so you can't peep in it and see what we're happening.
It doesn't look like it's got privacy glass, or is it just when you get up close?
When you get up close, it's all, that far one, the grey one, is all tinted, so it's nice. Yeah, 2 really nice looking cars. Very basic inside, obviously. We've just got the screen here and nothing. Well, I think you'd like it actually, because it's
a bit futuristic.
It's not futuristic, it's just nothing,
minimal.
No clutter. Anyway, shall we get, are you going to text Betty?
I am.
Off now for Michelle to have a haircut. That wasn't too bad actually, was it?
No, it was a lot less scary than I was expecting it to be.
So, pretty empty actually. So we better get out before the coin runs out, aren't we? Moving on. That's all our errands run. Michelle's had a haircut. And we're nearly at home, heading home. It's a lovely day. Getting on for 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, so we've been out quite a while, haven't we?
Been out for 6 hours.
Yeah, so. And we've not had lunch yet. We did buy some sandwiches at Pret, but we've not eaten them yet. So, I'll have to figure that out when we get home, yeah. Must admit I'm hungry. And I'm thirsty as well. This is okay because I deliberately didn't drink a lot this morning because the toilets are shut in the shops, aren't they? And I thought, no, I don't want to go through that agony. I'm trying to find a toilet that's open. Oh yeah, we're nearly home now, so get around these corners and we'll figure out for the rest of the day. Moving on. Hi guys, it's movie time again, Monday night movie time. Since we got home, we both fell asleep watching what I think it was Britain's Most Evil Killers or something like that anyway. Basically, bad people who kill people. And somewhat, it's so long ago and I can't remember them. Well, yeah, you'd think I would. Anyway, yeah, here we are. Movie night. Tonight's movie is, oh God, you can tell I've been asleep. Tonight's movie is Thor Ragnarok. Let's get on it. Okay guys, when we went into town, Chelle, well, rephrase that. I allowed Chelle to go into a bookshop. She didn't go in without my permission. She dragged me in and she gave me an option to go for a cup of coffee. And when she went there, she was quite restrained actually. But she's got a haul. And I forgot to say, she didn't only go in a bookshop as well. We went in Pret, but we ate them sandwiches, and she also went in a couple of other places. So she's about to share her haul.
So obviously, first off, I have new hair. Comment in the description, comment it down below. Let me know what you think, because I haven't seen this face staring back at me since I was around about 12 years old. It's been that long, because when I became a teenager, I cut all my hair off. It was the late 90s. I was very punk goth. My hair was very spiky, very, very short. And when I started growing it back out in my 20s, I never cut the fringe back in. So I can't decide. When I wanted it cut, I showed them a picture of Paloma Faith and said, this is the look I'm going for, because it looked nice down and it looked nice up. And Alan and I have spent all night going, you look like Caitlin Doty, you look like Zooey Deschanel, you look like this, you look like that. But one thing Alan did say was that it's knocked years off me. Which is great, because somebody thought I looked like I was in my 40s, and I'm not. I'm going to be 35 at the end of this year. So
You're older than me.
mentally, I'm older than Alan. Anyway, so we went into town. This is the first time that I've been in Aberdeen Centre since before lockdown. I think the last time I went in was sometime around about February, but I'm not overly sure. Anyway, so we went to several places. So we went to Superdrug, and I got hair dye because I'm going to be putting some blue like slashes through my hair so that you'll see when my hair moves. It'll look quite cool, hopefully. So blue hair dye, some paracetamol because my arm is still quite sore. It's a lot better today, to be honest. So we're thinking that using my switch is aggravating it, so I'm going to be limiting using my switch to an hour a day, also because I might be getting slightly too obsessed with Animal Crossing, and that needs to stop. So
Did you speak? You can use them with.
yes,
diclofenac.
I checked. I can have these with diclofenac because diclofenac is anti-inflammatory and paracetamol is a different family. So we got 2 boxes in Superdrug and then 2 boxes in Boots, because you can't buy more than 2 packs of paracetamol in the UK at a time because suicide is a thing. We also got some Guardium, but that's because I've been suffering from indigestion recently, and I think that's possibly the diclofenac that's doing that. Some Double Base, very good dry skin emollient that Betty recommended to me for my hands, because hand sanitizer and the soap and the constant hand washing and using bleach wipes and stuff, it's really doing a number on the skin on my hands, because I suffer from psoriasis and eczema, and I'm very prone to dry skin, and all the skin on my hands is cracking, and that stuff is brilliant. So I got 2 tubes of that because it was on sale, and of course the ever-present bottles of hand sanitizer. But, and this is the bit that is obviously the most interesting part of the whole thing, is all the books I got. Now, we originally went in because I had a book that I ordered. I pre-ordered it, and during lockdown when all of the shops were shut, what they did was they changed all of my pre-orders so that all of my pre-orders got sent here rather than sent to the store. But with the store now being reopened, this one went there, which is why I had to suck it up and put on my big girl pants and go to town and collect it. So I know what's in here. Ow.
Is it a book?
It is a book, because it came from the bookstore. And what we have is something I'm actually quite excited about, oddly enough, because I bought it. And that is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. Now, Richard Osman is most famous for being the brother of one of the guys in InXS, being the better part of nearly like 7 feet tall, and he is one of the co-hosts on Pointless, which is one of my favourite TV shows. So this is a signed copy. It's also the Waterstones exclusive edition. It's got black sprayed edges and very cool facing pages. And very cool facing pages. And a really cool silver fox on the cover embossed in there. So it is I've heard it described as like a cozy mystery. It's very much in the vein of Agatha Christie, and I'm absolutely, really, really looking forward to cuddling down and reading it. This is definitely an autumn, October, spooky vibe, seasonal read. So looking forward to this immensely. And of course, I went into a bookstore and nobody told me I couldn't buy more books. I've never actually seen what would happen if somebody tried to tell me I couldn't buy any more books. But I did. So, firstly, Alan bought a book. And he got Robert Harris's V2. I mentioned this to him because I saw it on the Waterstones Weekly newsletter thing. He read Imperium a couple years back, so I know he quite likes Robert Harris. And this is obviously about the V2 bombs during World War II. This is also a signed copy. He's picked this up and chosen this for himself because it's not that thick. And
It's got big writing.
And it has big writing. Does it have big writing? It does have big writing.
That's very big writing.
It's got really nice end pages as well.
I can nearly read that with my glasses off.
Yeah, it's all to do with the making of the V2 ballistic missiles. I would imagine it's going to have a large it's going to be sort of centred around the London Blitz. Would that be right?
It's kind of delayed the end of the war, late 1944,
Okay.
when the V2 started coming over.
So there we go. So there's that. Then I saw this. This is David Wilson's new book, Signs of Murder. I am a big fan of David Wilson. I have read his book My Life with Murderers, watch him on TV all the time because he's pretty much a guest speaker on every crime documentary about British serial killers that you're going to get. And he also currently has a TV series on BBC One Scotland about crime in Scotland. And I'm really looking forward to giving this one a read. It is about a crime that occurred when he was a child, and a man was arrested, convicted and put behind bars, but they believe that the wrong man has actually been in prison. So this is all about how David Wilson goes about reinvestigating the crime 40 years on, and that's actually going to be really quite interesting. Then, one that I am I'm on the fence about this one, and to be honest, I probably should have just borrowed it from the library, but I bought it. This is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, who is the author of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. And this, I think I've tried to read Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell 3 or 4 times now, with no success at all. But I'm wondering whether if I get on well enough with her writing in this, that I might be able to go back and give Jonathan Strange another go.
Small book. Is it big writing? No. Big enough.
Again, this is a Waterstones exclusive edition, so very nice end pages, foiling on the cover and foiling on the book itself. It is set. It's sort of mythical, and that's really kind of all I really know about it, to be honest. So we shall see. I meant to pre-order this and I didn't, because we're supposed to be in Florida right now, and this book's just come out. So, and finally, I have got Written in Bone Stories, Hidden Stories in What We Leave Behind by Dr. Sue Black. I have her first book, All That Remains, on my bookcase. I was horrifically, dreadfully excited when I bought All That Remains, and I put it on my bookcase and went, I will read that and I will adore it because it is a book about death. Have I read it? But couldn't resist picking up this one in hardback because I know I'm going to love both of them when I eventually get around to reading it. So this is her second novel.
Is it a sequel or?
No, these are not.
standalone?
These are non-fiction.
Oh, right, so you can read it.
Actual books about death.
Out of sequence.
Well, I should really read the one that I've had for a year first.
Well, yeah.
It's been blurbed by one of my favourite people in the world, Ruth Davidson. And it says, we might think that our brain is the only place capable of laying down memories of our lives, but in this we would be mistaken. There are many areas of the body that carry echoes of our experiences, our habits and our activities. We just need to use a particular set of tools to be able to recover the evidence, decode it, and then read it. And that's really, really true, because if you were to take my skeleton out, please don't do that, because I don't even want to think about how painful that would be. But you would see that I was quite accident prone as a child. You'd see the marks where I broke my arm twice as a child. You know, all sorts of things you'd be able to see that I slouch because my posture and things like that. Your brain is not the only place where your body keeps memory, and that's why we have forensic anthropologists who are used to identify victims of crime, to date bodies, you know, figure out things from archaeology from way back when and things like that. So yeah, totes interesting, bit morbid, but right up my street.